Hey there friend, Joe Hain here, and in this video I'm going to give you 3 methods to get rid of anxiety, stress, and your toxic mindset. And we're going to hit the ground running here with method number 1. So take some notes, buckle up. This stuff's going to transform your life. You are not your thoughts, but rather the divine consciousness that is flowing kind of like a current just behind all of those crazy thoughts and that endless stream of thinking and consciousness. So we want to attach to that source, to that consciousness and current as much as we can so as to experience pockets of peace and presence and awareness and just really getting away from the stress, from the anxiety, from the depression, the sadness, and the endless stream of toxic thoughts. When we latch on to that state, everything slows, everything simmers, and everything comes to presence. So here's how we're going to do exactly that so that you can reap the rewards. And these pockets of peace are going to expand and become more frequent. So here is method number 1. If we're constantly complaining about things that happen in our life, we are training our mind and therefore our ego to look for more things to complain about, which doesn't make us feel good. It actually ends up being the byproduct of that, of stress, of anxiety, of just getting in this cycle of toxic thinking, and it's really hard to pull ourselves out. So for these next few days or week, every time you find yourself complaining, the first thing you're gonna do is observe that you are complaining. Step 2, reward yourself for catching yourself complaining. Literally state, "Good job, Joe. I see that we are complaining about that guy cutting me off, and we are not gonna jump into that toxic mindset. Instead, we're gonna do this. We're gonna center in on peace and gratitude." From there, you're going to state out something you are extremely grateful for. And it's not just like bananas or the color blue. It's something that is kind of like soul stirring within yourself. The laugh of your child, that amazing date night that you had, a really fond and excellent memory that just stirs up that beautiful emotion of gratitude. If you're trying to manifest, you can even think of something in the future that you're really looking forward to experience, but you want to be overwhelmed with that gratitude. What we're doing is we're taking our mindset from a toxic space, jumping over into the center of neutrality, and therefore jumping over into a positivity one, so that within that positive mindset, we are kind of suffocating the negative, teetering those scales into our favor so that the positive comes out on top. And every time your mind tries to pull you back into that thing that you were complaining about, just repeat those steps. Method number 2, we're gonna lean into our mindfulness here. So anytime in the next few days or week, you find yourself doing like a menial task, folding laundry or washing dishes or preparing a meal, and instead of just allowing ourselves to think all this craziness of the things that we gotta do and the stuff that we're not pleased with, I want you to take in a present awareness inventory. I want you to scan your environment and ask yourself this specific question. What am I experiencing right now with all 5 of my senses? What am I seeing? What am I smelling? What am I hearing? What am I touching? And what am I tasting? That one probably not as much there, but the other 4 you're really gonna be able to concentrate on. And while you take this really in-depth analyzation of your immediate environment, try to come up with like 100 details that you see. The carpet, the bench there, the wall over there, the grain of that. What am I smelling? If I'm chopping onions and food and things are baking, am I hearing the modem, children in the distance, the birds outside? Just scan and take in this crazy sensory awareness. We're kind of crashing the brain, if you will, here, because it comes to analytical mode. It doesn't have time to think all these thoughts when it's coming to presence. And while you're doing that, take 10 deep breaths and allow yourself to observe the flow of air coming in through your nostrils, down your windpipe. Let your diaphragm ebb and then let it come back out, and follow that flow with those 10 deep breaths. And if you can extend even further than that, then that's all the better. What you're gonna do here is just enjoy that presence. That's it. Just attend to it and center in on that thoughtless state of being while monitoring your awareness and whatever is happening around you. Stress, anxiety, and a toxic mindset are the byproduct of us looking outside of ourselves or outside of our current situation and wanting life to be other than what it is. We don't feel that we are complete without blank. We feel that our life is not complete without blank, and therefore it gives us stress, anxiety, and a toxic mindset. When we center in on who we are and what we have with gratitude, all that changes. We become wealthy, and we're not trying to control something. We're not stressing out. We're not having anxiety. We're not having this flood and current of toxic thoughts. We're actually just in this really appreciative state. So what you're going to do is list off with a pen and paper or on your phone 3 reasons why you feel that you are a very special and beautiful person. Whatever comes to your mind and heart, you're going to share that, because we want to center in on who you are and fall in love with that, elevate that sense of self-worth and value. And then after that, write 7 to 10 things of why you feel that you are blessed, and really lean into being grateful for all the luxury and convenience and safety and security and beauty that surrounds you in your day-to-day life. While you are doing this, what's going to help you is I want you to consider other people all around the world and think about what you've seen, how they live, what they have, what they don't have, who they don't have in their life, what kind of security and comfort and water and food and shelter and convenience and safety that they do not have, but you may take for granted on a day-to-day basis. When we look at how wealthy we are compared to others, it is very humbling, and we feel like a king or a queen. So take time and write all that stuff out and really enjoy that process, because you are blessed if you have that perspective. You apply those 3 methods, you're gonna have an amazing week, experience a pretty big shift in your perspective, which will lead to a transformation. You're coming up with these habits that lead to a routine that then develop a lifestyle. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. This is my passion, and my pursuit is to help you through what I've learned. I also have a tremendous membership that I just launched, so if you want a bunch of exclusive content, live calls, coaching calls, so that you can ask me questions right then and there, hot seat coaching, my mindset and manifestation master course, exclusive content, and you can even request content that I will make for you. Check it out. Here's the link. Thank you so much, guys. We will see you next video.